Okay, dude, we freaking
We're
made it.
here.
This is the first podcast that All Gear No Game has done in 2024.
hmm
No UFC, just because
Yeah, I
there's been
know.
a huge break, but UFC's
hmm
ramping up. But I think the one thing that takes precedent overall is who's
Yes.
Sheridan? Who's
The
Sheridan?
San Francisco 49ers in the
Let's
NFL,
go.
dude.
Let's absolutely get after it. Finally, the
Yeah.
one seed this season
hmm
was not flawless by any means,
No, not at all.
but I think that we could honestly take this opportunity right now before we get into this crazy playoff bracket to just kind of reflect on the season. Sheridan,
hmm
take me through some of the ups and downs, and if there
hmm
was ever any doubt in your mind that
hmm
we could get to this point, which is the one seed, which is wild to
Yeah.
think about it.
Yeah. Well, there was definitely a lot of doubts in my mind for a certain 3 game period of the season where Brock was looking really, really bad. But then he turned it around. He had the first 5 game stretch, which is very up. Beat the
Hmm.
Cowboys. That was amazing to see. That was a great game. We watched it together. That was awesome.
Yes.
And then after that 3 game stretch really was like painful to see because it seemed like they just like were getting outplayed like every game, and it was. And I get the Browns game. That one was like we lost on a field goal, and
Yeah.
that was heartbreaking. But then like the Vikings game and then the Bengals game, it just seemed like there's so many errors that are getting made and things like that that really put a doubt in my mind. But then we turned it around,
Yep.
and it really solidified my belief in us was the Philadelphia Eagles game where we just stomped them and destroyed them. That was awesome to see because they
Dude,
just they just they just like
little
ran
dicey there
through.
in the first quarter.
Yeah, the first quarter was sad. It was like 6-0, and I was like, dude, the Eagles are kind of good. All of a sudden, then no,
No,
just from out
no.
they were putting things in place, and then it just came out of nowhere, and they just steamrolled them.
Dude,
Yeah, that was awesome.
fun fact,
Yeah,
every primetime game we watched together, we
yeah.
absolutely dismantled. So we have to
So
carry that streak on for the faithful fan base
yeah,
because
we
if
have
we
to.
don't,
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
screwed.
yeah. It's on us, dude. It's on us this year for the Super Bowl
Also,
hopes, dude. Yeah,
no, because literally, okay, what is it? We didn't
yeah,
watch the Thursday games, don't count. The Thanksgiving game, it doesn't matter. We're going to
yeah,
beat the Seahawks anyway just because we have a better football
yeah.
team. But
hmm
we lose to Kirk Cousins and on Christmas, obviously,
hmm
beat down, which feels like more of a beatdown than the score actually like kind of resembled, but like we didn't
hmm
watch those games together. So that's on us,
Yeah,
guys. That's on
yeah. That
us.
definitely was. That's my bad. My bad. We should have been there together
I do.
and
That's what I'm
watch those
saying.
games because yeah. That
You
Christmas
drove
game was
6
pretty
hours
tough to
down.
watch. Yeah, you should have. Yeah, Christmas
What do you
game was
think
very tough to
loss was the
watch.
most painful?
Mm. I'd probably just say the Christmas loss for sure because that was like a hyped up game. Like I think the other 3 losses weren't really that hyped up. They're just kind of like a normal game throughout the year. But then the Niners just getting dismantled, and also it just really seemed like they didn't put their best foot forward from the get go in like these games. It was like just kind of a weird like why did they change up all these things like their
Mhm.
game plan like they did like a really heavy passing like game plan this like that game, and it was kind of really weird like as to why they did that against a team that's really good at pass defense
Yeah.
but not as good as at run defense because we saw when they gave the ball to McCaffrey and all that he would just tear him up and run like he got that one drive he got like 70 of the yards was just on him running the ball.
Yep.
So it was like, why didn't he just keep doing that? So yeah.
It's weird. When you run to the left side, it almost seems like you get positive yardage every
Yeah,
single
it's
time.
almost like giving all pro, tackle right there. But yeah.
Um, what obviously everybody would absolutely kill to be in our position with our
hmm
roster, but
Yeah.
our team does not have flaws for sure. So like
Oh, yeah,
what
without a,
things concern
yeah.
us most going into
Mhm.
the postseason?
Yeah. I think my main concern here is with a certain rookie kicker that
Oh
is kind of
shit, yeah.
atrocious.
Just
Yes.
special teams in
Jake,
general, bro.
yeah, special teams in general, but Jake Moody especially because he really just like every time it's like a kick that somewhat can like have an outcome on the game, he will seem to miss that. And so like last week, it was a meaningless game and like it didn't matter too much. But like the kicks, if he made those too, we would have won the game. Like the game would have been we would have won
4
24
to
to
21.
21.
Yep.
But he missed those and we didn't get that. So that was kind of painful to see.
I
But and
yeah.
the, yeah, and also
I
that
really
Browns game is just atrocious to remember. Like that was
Yep.
like yeah, everyone says Brock's not clutch, can't lead him back into like to win the game, but
No,
then
no.
he led them back there to kick an easy field goal, and then Jake Moody missed it.
Yeah. And
What was yeah.
also things people don't talk about is Brock Purdy
Mm-hmm.
having probably his worst game since that Browns game, or
Mm-hmm.
actually the Vikings game. I guess
Mm-hmm.
those were all back to back. But like the fact that he threw a terrible interception, Joe Burrow throws a dot to the corner of the end zone, and then
Mm-hmm.
homie comes back and starts running around the ball yard and swings
Mm-hmm.
it back across the field and takes us down to get a
Yeah.
touchdown to get
Mm-hmm.
us. What was did that get us back within 7? I
No,
think that did. Yeah,
yeah,
I
that
think
might
it
have,
did
yeah.
get us back within 7, but then our defense couldn't get a stop. But like
Mm-hmm.
Brock finds a way to keep us in games, and
Mm-hmm.
so I think he doesn't get
Yeah.
enough credit for that. Like we always are in a position to win, even when it's not bad. I know that we haven't like been able to find a way to cap
Mm-hmm.
off like a sick comeback yet, but I
Mm-hmm.
think that we can obviously do it, bro. Like it
Mm-hmm.
all only takes a couple plays. One crazy
Yeah.
Debo screen, one slant, one slip screen, and it
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we'll be fine. But I think that Brock has done a better job than like the media obviously give him credit for in terms of trying to come back and keep us in games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I'm definitely confident in Brock Purdy. I think through the playoffs, at least through the NFC side of the playoffs for sure. So I don't think he's going to be a problem there. I just feel like I have really big concerns with the kicker, and then also like the run defense kind of seems to get gashed kind of frequently. I think also that's a product of also not having Eric Armstead, who really does
Completely.
help out the run defense. He's really big and he can like cover up multiple gaps and stuff like that. So yeah, I think that's a very big component to our problems that with the run so far. But yeah.
Yeah, because James Conner, I mean, James Conner's
Mm-hmm.
going to do James Conner things, but like he
Mm-hmm.
kind of sliced and diced us. And then also Lamar hurt us by extending
Mm-hmm.
plays. And
I think
also
that yeah.
the
Yeah.
Commanders, they're
Yeah, I was
little,
gonna say that was probably the biggest disappointment I saw from the run defense because it was like, dude, this is like the Washington Commanders, bro. They're like out of the playoffs, and I know you
can't
like
give.
Brian, you like Antonio Gibson a lot, but I'm not that big on him and like how he was able to like torch him and Brian Robinson are I think pretty mediocre running backs are able to absolutely torch the Niners run defense for a good bit. That was kind of concerning to see.
They're like Jeff Wilson level. Nothing
Yeah, yeah,
crazy, but
yeah.
like solid backs.
Yeah, no, yeah, they're very like mid-tier running backs in the NFL, and they were just torching. And it was like, how, dude? Like they're not that good, and they just kept running. And also the Washington offensive line's not good, so it's like, how are you like getting these big gains on the Niners? So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I think that it's going to be all right, but the
Mm-hmm.
layoff sometimes concerns me because it seems
Mm-hmm.
like Kyle gets in this little like zone where he starts to like try to play like feel things out like in the Eagle
Mm-hmm.
game. It's like, dude, you can't bank on fucking scoring 5 touchdowns in a row
Mm-hmm.
sometimes. And like
Yeah.
have it you can't afford to just have a quarter off against a
Mm-hmm.
team like maybe the Rams or some rando that is coming off a sick dub and their morale is high. You know what I'm saying? Like we can't
Mm-hmm.
afford to waste 15 minutes of football. That's what I'm most
Mm-hmm.
concerned about.
Yeah, no, for sure. I definitely think he needs to be dialed in from the get go in a lot of these games. And then that way they don't have to like either fall behind or, keep another team in it for a little bit. And then that can lead to other problems. So just like if you can just be able to scheme it up and play how you normally do, which works like every time, then I think
Mhm.
you'll be fine. So yeah, just rely on the run game and then do play action. It's like the easiest thing ever for them.
Yeah.
So
What
yeah.
two things that I need
Hmm.
you to discuss is
Yeah.
evolution of trust in Brock
Mm.
Purdy,
Yeah.
and also as of late, what are your trust levels in Sammy D?
Sammy D. Oh yeah.
Number
My trust level is
14,
Sammy.
baby.
Yeah, my trust level with Sammy D is probably a 1 out of 10.
No, no, no.
I
Outside the
uh
red zone, Sam Darnold.
oh, it's 2 out of 10.
Okay, okay.
But yeah, inside the red zone is one because like he doesn't do anything in the red zone. It's like, what are you doing,
His
bro? It's
brain
not.
freezes. It absolutely freezes.
Yeah,
I
I
love
don't
the
get
guy, but
it.
he just doesn't
Hmm.
do anything, bro. It's like you are athletic.
Yeah,
Fucking take off.
yeah, I know. It's not
Take
that
off, dude.
hard. Yeah, I don't. He just stands there and he's just like, I don't know what to do. And it's like, bro, just throw the ball or run. Like you can do that. And he's like,
Yeah.
oh,
It,
yeah, it's just horrible.
there were lanes to run.
Hmm.
And I'm like, you're fast, dude. You probably run like a
Yeah,
4.7. It's like, get out of
yeah,
there
I
and
know. Yeah.
prance into the end zone, my guy.
Yeah, and they're just atrocious to see. But yeah, I have probably very low trust in him. But I mean, to be fair, I guess
You
he
think we
wasn't
could win a
playing.
game though?
Yeah, we could. I think we could win a game with him,
Yeah.
especially since that last game he didn't have like the starting talent around him.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if
Brocky
he
didn't
had
catch the
that,
ball.
yeah, oh yeah, that was also a
Rah
couple things
rah.
with like yeah, Ray and that Conley guy, Chris is it Chris Conley?
Yeah.
Yeah, he just was like atrocious. Like they had two great throws by Sam Darnold, and it's like you can't afford to get that when he actually throws a good ball, you can't afford to drop it.
Yeah.
And like that Conley one, that one was bad, and then the Ray McLeod one, that was also bad. It was like that would have been like a 30-yard gain right there, and it could have helped us out. But then also then Sam Darnold just fumbles the ball without like even getting touched, bro. He just like pops it out of his hand. It's like, how are you doing that?
That's
But
what I'm saying, dude. It's like
mhm,
I genuinely thought for a moment though it's all meant to be, Kellan. This is
mhm,
all meant to be because we give up the touchdown, make Carson Wentz look like MVP Carson Wentz, and then
mhm,
it's all set up to get Jake Moody the confidence back. Make him kick like a 50-yarder to
mhm.
game winner. That would have been sick, but then it didn't work out like that, you know?
Yeah, I think it's a solid thing where it's like when Carson Wentz starts a game, he's like 4-0 against the Niners, which is weird
Yeah.
to see. But yeah. But yeah, I definitely trust Brock pretty way more. I'd give him probably like a 8.5 out of 10 on the trust level because he 99% of the time he plays fantastic, but then there's like the 1% of the time where he had like the 4-pick game against the Ravens. It kind of seems like if you have a really good defense, it's like he like kind of crumbles under that and he doesn't like take as many checkdowns or like easy throws as he can and tries to like force it to like, make himself look like really, like the game changer he is. And he is a game changer. Like he's definitely a game manager, but he needs to like when the time things are going rough, he needs to like chill out and rely on like the talent around him to help him out. So yeah.
Same goes for Kyle. Hand the
Yeah,
ball off a couple times
I know.
against the
It's
Ravens. We should have
yeah,
scored on that opening drive or whatever the hell.
yeah, I
And
know.
then
And
Brock
then
gets a little
yeah,
too overstim and then
yeah.
throws it right into Kyle's hands.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. Is
Hamilton.
like, yeah, when he decides to like to try to like force things when like the defenses are really good, and it's like, no, you can just take the easy plays, and like it'll be fine. Like you can just like that's the time it's okay for Brock to be a dink and dunk quarterback. Like,
Hmm.
and once if he dink and dunk enough, then sometimes the deep throws will be open because the will play up on you, and then it's like easy to throw it over the top, but he thinks it's like okay to throw over the top like all the time, especially when you're playing like the number one pass defense in the NFL. And it's like, no, no. I'm pretty sure Marlon Humphrey can, make a play on that ball. So
Yeah, Marlon Humphrey can basically do everything on the football field except tackle Devo. That's about it.
yeah, I know. Yeah, exactly. And so it's just like if he can chill out and, take the easy things throughout the day, throughout the game, then it'll be fine. So yeah,
Throughout the day.
throughout the
Okay.
day.
I didn't realize. I thought just me and you. It was like free for however long, but I guess there's a 10-40 minute cap. So what you
Okay.
want to talk about our MVP odds and then I'll start a new one and then we'll just get into our playoff bracket.
Sure. That sounds good to
Okay.
me. Yeah. Yeah. So my MVP odds,
Well,
I mean,
just like there's not a lot of like debate on who the MVP is going to be. It's obviously going to be Lamar Jackson, and that goes back to your point is that it sucks so bad that
mhm,
Brock's amazing season comes
mhm,
down to like all of it just came down to one game, which I feel like is so rare in terms of
mhm,
like if an MVP has one bad game, it usually doesn't derail their season. But like since it was not that great of a quarterbacking year this year, Lamar's
mhm,
going to get it. And it doesn't help that you throw 4 picks, but like
mhm,
I think Lamar's going to get that. But in terms of offensive player of the year, I see posted it's like Tyreek Hill, dude. But it's like, come
mhm,
on, come on.
mhm. Yeah, no, that's true. I think it was really unfortunate that he had that one bad game, especially against the Ravens, who was also the other MVP candidate there, because Lamar definitely has had a sub standard like statistic season this year, and so if he can like, and if he wins the MVP, it's kind of a really like I think he doesn't deserve the MVP. Like sure he has like worse talent around him, but still doesn't put up like anything crazy in statistics at all. So it's
Yeah.
like the year he played when he won the MVP last time, he had a crazy like just crazy year statistically, and that like and this year if he wins it now, he's like the fifth quarterback or not even that. He's like I don't know if he's top 10 in passing touchdowns this year, but so it's kind of like unfortunate that he might get it. I think it should be Christian McCaffrey in all honesty, but because I don't think Tyreek deserves it. He kind of didn't really play too well
No.
after he rolled his ankle.
Wow.
Then also I'm saying like now like Josh Allen's one of the top ones, and I'm like, dude, Josh Allen has like been turning over the ball over all the time.
Even in
So
their wins, bro. He's still
yeah,
throwing like 2 picks, and like the reason that the games are so close.
yeah, yeah. It's like he doesn't. And then Dak Prescott, like, don't get me started with Dak. Like he just is like he is not good. Like he plays against. He has crazy numbers against really really bad teams, and then against good teams he doesn't have good numbers, and it's like.
Dude, I think I saw a post. I can't tell if it was a joke or not, but like someone said like how good Dak actually is, and then it was a picture of Joe Burrow, and then it's like how the media portrays him, and it's like Mac Jones. I'm like,
Yeah.
Joe and Dak aren't on the same level, dude.
Yeah,
We
I know.
watched
Yeah,
with our own eyes. Joe Burrow
yeah,
dot us up. Dak hasn't done that one time.
hmm yeah. I know. Dak crumbles against the Niners defense every single time they play. Like he turns the ball over many many times. It's like, dude, like he's not that good. Like,
No.
but yeah. I looked it up, and Lamar's 11th in the passing touchdowns this year. So it's like you're not even like he's not even top 10 in that. So how is
I thought
he
you were
gonna?
gonna say you're not even good, bro.
Well, it's like how is he not even like how is he the MVP candidate for throwing 24 touchdowns and 7 picks? And then I mean I don't know what his rushing statistics are, but it's just like probably not that good either.
I didn't even know
Yeah, he
Devo broke a
is.
record.
Yeah, I don't know what record was that he broke.
It was like the first guy to get through 5 seasons. It was like 4,000 yards and then 1,000 rushing yards or something weird like that.
Okay,
Like
that's
he's like the
interesting.
second guy ever to do something along those lines.
Okay,
He just
that's
needed a
cool.
couple rushing yards or something and he got it, which is
Mm,
ridiculous. He's a freak show. I'm so happy to see
mm.
him back in actual 2021 form because he was not that last year at all.
Yeah, definitely not. Definitely not. But yeah, I think it should go to the MVP should be Christian McCaffrey. It's just like he has almost 1,500 rushing yards and he has a bunch of receiving yards, and then he has 14 rushing touchdowns, and it's like he definitely deserves that. He's overall he has the most like he's has the most impressive season so far, and if not, he should be Offensive Player of the Year. But I kind of feel like they'll probably give that to Tyreek Hill, the Offensive
Is
Player of the Year award, which is a bummer.
is DeMar Hamlin comeback player of the year lock?
I don't think he should be like he
It's just
has like
morally the right thing to do.
yeah, kind of, but it's just like dude, like you haven't done anything. You played like I think 2 snaps in the game, and it's like I think Joe Flacco he should be
It's
the
Joe. Joe
comeback
Flacco's
player.
everyone's
Bro, he came off the couch and now leading to the playoffs. Like he's dotting people up. Yeah,
yeah,
so
literally yeah.
it's but what do you think about this dark horse candidate for comeback player of the year was Brock Purdy because
He
somebody tore his
should. He
UCL,
should be.
tore his UCL
I mean, he
in his
should be.
throwing arm. He tore his throwing arm, and now he's a top MVP candidate.
Isn't
It's
he not
like,
even in? Is he like considered like that's not even? He's not even in the running for it.
yeah, I don't hear anything about him, but like, if you look at it, he tore his throwing arm, shoulder, his throwing elbow, and then he came back and had 31
Could
touchdowns
you
and led the team
imagine,
to his first
dude,
round.
at the
Yeah,
awards or something? DeMar just starts walking up on the stage and it's like Brock Purdy. And
I'd
it's
be
like
great, dude. Because I was watching the things like
I
Damar Hamlin
died for a second.
highlights, and like he's actually a pretty dirty player. Like I saw some stuff. He does like a few. Like I saw some of his hits, and they're like pretty like uh illegal stuff. Like he has a bunch of them where he hurt another guy before he got this whole like heart thing, and he like injured a dude, and then he did like some like late tackles on like people and hit him out of bounds and stuff. And
Hmm.
it's like he wasn't any saint either. So it's kind of like, yeah, it's unfortunate that he'll get it just because he like died on the field, and decided to be a practice squad player. So it's like, I think Joe Flacco should get it easily, but it's not going to happen that way, I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe's absolutely slinging around the ball yard looking like Aaron Rodgers, which
Yeah,
is
he's looking.
crazy.
He really reminds me of what Aaron Rodgers would have been on the Jets if he was healthy. But
So good.
yeah.
We
Mhm.
have less than a minute, so I'm gonna log off here, but we'll get
Mm.
right back on and get
Yes.
into the 2024 playoff bracket. All right.
Sounds good.
Okay. We're back.
We are.
Okay. I compiled this and
Hmm.
Darsh is gonna send his picks, but
Hmm.
here is the 2024 playoffs bracket. And I don't know if you're gonna get too many hot takes from us two, just because, it's nice to be sitting pretty at the 1 seed.
Hmm.
But we don't know necessarily who is going to come out of the AFC. I don't
Hmm.
know what Sheridan's going to pick.
Yeah.
But you want to go first? You can
Uh,
have the honors.
okay. Sure. Sure. We can start on the AFC side of the bracket. Say the best for last. So.
Yes. The best.
Hmm.
Well, not the best division, but the only thing
Yeah.
that truly matters to
Actually,
us.
what? We'll do AFC side and we'll go round by round. We'll go back and forth, round by round,
All right, all
to make it suspenseful.
right. Okay.
So for the wild card weekend with the Texans and the Browns, I'm gonna take the Browns just because I think Joe Flacco has his date with destiny against the Baltimore Ravens, and
Okay.
also I love what D'Amico Ryans and CJ Stroud have been doing over in
Over
Houston,
yonder.
but I just think they're a little bit I think they're still like a year out from. I think they need a couple more pieces to actually push themselves to like a legitimate like playoff candidate team.
Yeah.
So
I'm
yeah.
gonna I'll go through your thing because I don't know where to put these guys yet.
Okay, sure. And then and then the Chiefs and Dolphins. It's a tough one, but I do think the Dolphins are going to knock out the Chiefs in the
Wow.
first round. I just don't think that they. I just don't think the Chiefs are the same this year. It's really apparent that like their wide receivers are horrible.
Uh-huh.
And I think that'll like hurt Mahomes, and there'll definitely be a good free agent signing this year in Kansas City in the offseason, whether that be, I don't know, like Mike Evans or something, but somebody good will come to the Kansas City Chiefs next this offseason coming up. And
They
I just
need
think Mike
something, man.
McDaniel, yeah, I think Michael McDaniel will flip the script and get it done over a 500 team just because, or just with Tyreek Hill also being back in Kansas City, I think he's gonna be really motivated to like play super hard and stuff like that. And I think that'll be
Hmm.
work in their favor. Yeah.
I like
And then
it.
for this the last one, it's kind of obvious. I think it's kind of the Buffalo Bills, just because the Steelers aren't that good. They've snuck in barely, and also TJ Watt's not playing in the game, so it's like, come on, like that's gonna be a pretty bad
JJ's gonna
game to
suit
watch.
up though, dude.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah, JJ Watt, that'd be funny. But no, I think the Bills are gonna handle them pretty easily. The
I like it, dude.
Steelers.
So
Mm-hmm.
we've got the freaking Baltimore taking
Mm-hmm.
on the Miami Dolphins, which is a good game. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
Miami revenge game.
Maybe.
And then the Browns taking on the 2 seed Bills. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
Okay,
go
and
over to
the NFC
the
side.
inferior side.
Yeah,
But
that's true. With the
okay.
with the inferior side with the superior team, but yes,
Exactly. Exactly.
yes, and just the bad teams make it average out bad. All right, so the wild card with the Bucks Eagles, I'm gonna take the Bucks over the Eagles in this one.
Wow.
I just think the Eagles are an atrocious team this year,
Okay,
and
okay.
they aren't gonna.
I'm gonna be safe here and say that the Bucks will be playing down here.
Hmm. Okay,
Okay.
interesting. Hmm.
Woo!
Anyway,
Okay.
then we have the Lions and the Rams.
Uh-huh.
It's gonna be a tough game, but give me the Lions in that one. I
Okay.
think the Lions will get it done over the Rams. I do think the Rams are a little overrated
Okay, so
with
never
their
mind
team.
then.
Never mind, then you need to put them back
So we've
out
got the
there
Niners will be
playing
well.
the Buccaneers.
Okay, so you
I think the Rams, their defense really isn't that good. They have Aaron
bro, what
Donald,
is
who's really
going on?
old and washed.
Oh my gosh, I can't select it. Oh my gosh.
Uh-oh. Technical difficulties
Technical difficulties, bro.
need to be.
Why is this happening to me?
Yeah.
Okay, we got it. We got
There
it.
you go. There we go.
Lions coming down.
Yeah, Lions coming down. I think the Rams is kind of overrated. They have a really good offense, don't get me wrong, but I think Dan Campbell is a really good coach and he's
Yeah.
gonna scheme some stuff up. And I think that the defense for the Rams is just like really not that good. They have Aaron Donald who's old and washed. They have a couple rookies that are good D linemen, but they do need some pieces in the secondary to like round it out. They don't have that yet. You can't tell me Keller Witherspoon's gonna clamp Amon-Ra St. Brown. Like that's not gonna happen, dude.
Is
Like
Amon-Ra healthy? Didn't they have
I
a
think
bunch of guys
so.
get dinged?
I think Amon-Ra's fine. He played last week.
I know, but didn't Laporta
Sal
like break his
Laporta's not
knee?
playing,
Yeah.
but they said they're hoping I think Laporta to be back in the playoffs at some point if they make it farther. And then with this one, I think the Cowboys are going to get it done in against Green Bay. That one, I do think that's honestly one of my toss-up games is the Cowboys and Green Bay, just because the Cowboys have been very fraudulent in the playoffs, and that's
Pick?
just kind of like a
Who are you gonna pick?
what
Who are you gonna
I
pick?
said. The Cowboys are going to get it done over Green Bay.
My bad.
Yeah,
No, but
the
I really
Cowboys will.
I said that because I really wanted you to pick homie Darsh's team.
The Bears, yeah, the
It's
Packers.
not the Bears.
Yeah,
No,
I just
no,
think I think
no.
they'll get it done. I think there's the Cowboys have much more star power than the Packers do, but I do
Yeah.
think the game is going to be a very close one, just because the Cowboys seem to have the lights seem to be too bright for the Cowboys a lot of times in the playoffs.
So the
So yeah,
Elite Eight, Sheridan.
the Elite Eight. So Ravens, Dolphins. I'm gonna pick the Ravens to win this game.
All
I do
right.
think it will be close initially, but I think Lamar will get it done. And I think Tua will falter against a really good defense
Yeah, he'll throw a
because they
couple
played
picks.
last time and they got smoked
Yeah.
by the Ravens. And then on the Bills Browns side, I think there's going to be a lot of change coming to the Buffalo Bills organization this offseason because I think the Browns are going to beat them with Joe Flacco
Oh,
to have his date with destiny against Lamar Jackson.
the AFC North battle.
Hmm.
Okay, high key.
Yeah.
What's crazier though?
Uh-huh.
Stafford versus Goff? I think that the freaking Flacco going to Baltimore would be whacker.
Yeah, that would be awesome to see. That would be
Damn.
crazy. And so yeah, that's who I think. 'Cause I think the Browns have a really good defense, and then I think will force Josh Allen to turn the ball over a couple times probably, and then that'll like really sink their team. So yeah,
Love it.
those are my two picks for that team. So yeah, back on the NFC side, I think it's safe to say who I'm going to
We
choose for the
torch. Absolutely
like,
torch they had.
torch. We had a nice little 2 week break, little rested up because every time the Niners have a nice little bye, they come out swinging and destroy people. Week 1, they had their little break. They
Dude, we
smoked the
will drop
Steelers.
a 40 piece on the Bucks.
Yeah, the Bucks ain't it. And then on the below that side, this is a tough game to choose
Lions,
between
Cowboys.
Lions Cowboys, but I think the Cowboys will get it done. Oh, let's actually wait. Hold on a second. I totally forgot this is like that one game that came down to the wire. I'm gonna take the Lions in this one actually. I totally
The
forgot that they just
revenge
had.
game.
Yeah, I just totally forgot about that whole storyline.
Also,
Yeah,
I feel like Lions fans will travel well, and it's a
yeah,
similar environment. It's just like
hmm
playing at home,
yeah.
basically.
I know. I was about to say it's like an indoor stadium, I think. So it'll be fine. But yeah, I totally forgot that they just recently played and they had that whole like robbing of the Lions. I think they'll be fired up, ready to go against the Cowboys.
Yeah.
So that leads us with the Niners and the Lions and the Ravens and the Browns. So this game is tough for me to choose between because they both have really good defenses, the Ravens and the Browns.
Mm-hmm.
But they all one side has Lamar, the other side has and also they have Dalvin Cook now too, that's a pretty good pickup for them. But this is I really want to pick the Browns so badly, but I don't think I can pick against Lamar Jackson though. Like that's my thing. And like that
You'd
Ravens
be
team is
going
really,
against
really
the
good.
league script, Sheridan.
Yeah, I know.
You
So I
can't
gotta
do
get
it.
the Ravens to go to the Super Bowl against.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
they handle the Browns defense and they go on to win. And then on the flip side, I think it's pretty obvious. I think the Bang Bang Niner gang's gonna beat the Lions. I think it'll be close early on, but then the Niners will pull ahead, and the defense will get a couple stops on the Lions. They'll get some turnovers on Jared Goff.
Okay, Sheridan.
He'll be like prime Sam Darnold seeing ghosts out there, and then we'll get the win.
Now that we are here at this moment,
Yeah.
we have to become professional, unbiased reporters.
Yes, that's true.
And I need a breakdown, unbiased breakdown of what you think is going to happen, reasons why each team have a chance, and reasons
Uh
why each team may falter.
huh. Okay. Okay. That's perfectly fair. I I think reasons for the Ravens to win. They already had done that before. They did it. That's kind of a pretty obvious one. Like I'm sorry. Like that. That's pretty
That's
easy to
fair, dude.
pretty easy to guess.
Extremely fair.
They already did smoke the Niners, and there was just a 2-score game, but like it felt like a blowout of like 5 scores. So it was kind of sad. But so they definitely had that. Also, Lamar Jackson, it's really hard to contain him. It's almost borderline impossible to do that. So
He's the best player in the league. He's
some
the
would say it
MVP.
is impossible to contain him. And
Some would
so
say.
some would say,
There's
I
only
think
one guy, at least one guy that can
at
do
least one would say that. Also, I think yeah. So I think it'd be very
it.
impossible to. So I was gonna say a reason why they would falter, but I wasn't done talking about the reason that they would succeed.
Oh,
So
yeah.
yeah. So I think the Ravens defense also will do a big part because if the Niners come to the game with the same approach they did last year or last on Christmas, I think they could handle the Ravens could handle the Niners offense pretty easily because that drop back passing game wasn't really working against the number one passing defense, and also reason they could
Weird.
succeed number one passing defense in the NFL, which is kind of a very important thing. And so, and also if Kyle Hamilton's healthy, I think he should. He sat out last game, but I think it's not like a serious injury that
Everybody
he
sat
had.
out last game though, right?
No, I know, but he got hurt in the Niner game,
Yeah.
and I think it wasn't that serious. It looked bad, but apparently I guess it wasn't. But so I think he'll be
That
back.
day he was like smiling and chilling on the bench. So
Yeah, because it wasn't like a non-contact thing, but then he like,
I don't know.
or it was like something that didn't seem like it was very like it wasn't like on some other player that got him hurt. I thought it was like kind of something he did, but then it seemed like it was
Yeah.
okay, so that was cool. So yeah, I think those are like, but reasons they could falter is that like if the Niners defense comes with a better approach of keeping Lamar in the pocket, making him pass, it seemed to me that
Who did we do
when
that
he would
well to? Jalen.
what?
It was Jalen.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts. Lamar is much faster than Jalen Hurts, and Lamar Jalen Hurts. But I do think that if you keep him in the pocket and force him to throw the ball, it was apparent there was some throws that were like really bad or balls that were like he forced into windows that could have been picked off by the Niners that bounced to one way, like the Ravens got against the Niners. They got balls
Well,
that bounced right into their hands. So
like I feel like to piggyback off that is literally we got Jalen to scramble out
mhm,
side of the pocket. He extended plays, getting it to AJ and Devontae.
mhm,
The Ravens don't have that. So
mhm,
literally we just can't let that man cross the line of scrimmage and make
mhm,
him try to force passes to freaking OBJ and Zay Flowers, which
mhm,
is not too daunting to me, those two
mhm.
names. So like
Yeah.
as long as he's not freaking running wild, and I think that the Niners defense did a fantastic job against the Ravens, honestly.
Mhm.
I
Yeah, no, I
think that we
think
were holding them to field goals, doing fine.
yeah, well, yeah, I think they did a pretty good job for the most part against them, but they did let Lamar get out of the pocket and run a few times. And that kind of you know, broke their
But that
back
was
on that
after that
sense.
Kittle pick, though, that forced pass.
Yeah, no, I definitely think that if the Niners were able to actually, be like compete in that game, it would have been a different story with the
Yeah.
defense because the defense was like always out there. That kind of tired them out. But I do because of the first few drives, they did actually hold the Ravens pretty well. But
Mhm.
yeah, it was only 13-12 after like 3 picks been thrown in that game. So
Right.
that was good. But yeah, so yeah, that's the reason they could falter for the Niners come out with a good game like that. And also on the flip side, on the defensive side for the Ravens, if the Niners can come out with a different script, like the normal script they usually do of running the football and making sure they like just rely on McCaffrey and then also piggybacking off that with the play action game, then that
Mhm.
allows for them to the receivers to get wide open and also scheming up quick throws for Brock Purdy and not long developing ones, which allows the
Dude,
pass rush to get home.
especially with a dinged O line, we can't be doing that with the
Yeah,
Jadavian Clowney
exactly.
lurking.
So and also Also, my final thing that could help hurt the Ravens is if they think, oh, we beat them this first time, we don't have to change anything, and like the Niners will just keep the same game plan. Like it's apparent that that wasn't the not normal game plan of the 49ers to play like that. They how they
And
did it on
Brock didn't play
Christmas
within
Eve.
himself either.
Yeah, and so if they just come to the mindset it's going to be an easy game because they already did destroy the 49ers before, I think the Ravens could lose that game just being with their own pride and thinking it's going to be a cakewalk. So yeah, that's the Ravens side of it. And the Niners positives is kind of also pretty apparent is they just changed the game plan from Christmas
Mm-hmm.
to one that's the normal game plan for the 49ers that they usually run, which is the play action and running attack, which sets up easy throws for everybody. But last timing is the Christmas game, they did not do that, and that made Brock try to throw a lot of balls that were forced and also not um, normal things that he would do.
Yeah.
And when they fell behind, and also if the Niners can stay ahead in the game, that's usually a very good recipe for success for the 49ers. Just continuing having the lead and just like there's no pressure on Brock to try to like force things to like make the have force them to like come back in games and stuff like that. So I think if they just switch the game plan up, it'll work out well. And then on the defensive side, like kind of a thing that detracted from the Ravens that I mentioned earlier was that like keeping Lamar in the pocket and making him throw the ball. That seemed to have a little bit of issue for him, and also making sure he doesn't cross the line of scrimmage and scramble because that's insane. Because he can like he juked so many people out when he was running the football. Like he broke Jair Brown. He got him hurt actually from crossing him up,
He
and then
saw Fred
then he
Warner.
got Fred Warner, and it's just like really hard to take him down because he's so quick and so agile. And so, but yeah, if they can keep him in the pocket or at least behind the line of scrimmage, I think there's a lot of success that can be had. Because Zay Flowers and Odo Beckham and Devin Duvernay aren't that great. Isaiah Likely is really good, but I think if they can contain Lamar, I think they could contain the offense of the Ravens. So,
Is it safe to say that?
yeah.
But what were you gonna say? My bad.
Oh no, I still have to do the detractions still from
Yes.
the. So for the Niners, the detractions for them is keeping the same game plan as a Christmas game, thinking, oh, it's just a fluke with all those Brock's picks. That sure, a couple of them were fluky, but that was not gonna. They weren't gonna win that game playing the way they did. So if they can, if they keep the same game plan on both sides of the offense and defense, then I think they could easily just get blown out again, and it would be bad for Kyle Shanahan. But if they can learn from their mistakes and change, I think they can easily beat the Ravens. I think this will be a close game, but they could beat them, and Brock could play very well as long as they just keep within what they do usually. So yeah,
Would you say it'll come down to a Jake Moody field goal?
if it does, I'm gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna watch it. I'll be my face in like a pillow or something, just
Sheridan,
praying.
is it
Yeah.
safe to say the Ravens have the kicking advantage?
I think that would be safe to say because Hall of Fame best kicker ever, Justin Tucker versus Mr. Gets Scared out there, Jake Moody. I think that's kind of safe to say they
Does he
have an
get
advantage.
scared? Because it seems like he's pretty even keel throughout.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he just overthinks a lot of things, and it's like,
I
dude,
personally
just kick
think
the field goal.
his leg's too strong to contain it.
But he always kicks it to the right side though. It's like, why, dude? Just kick a normal field goal up the middle.
I know it, when he like misses, it seems like he overcorrects and then he like misses the other way.
Hmm.
I don't know. It's
Yeah,
weird.
yeah, it is. But
But I need a
my
score.
my score, I'm gonna say it goes 35-32. I think it's gonna be a high scoring affair. But I do think Brock Purdy and the 49ers get it done this time around.
Okay. And Sheridan,
Yeah.
what does this do for Brock's legacy?
I think it cements him as a top quarterback in the NFL. And it
You
makes
see,
it,
with
yeah,
me,
uh-huh.
I feel like he will get love, obviously, for this.
Mhm.
But I also feel like guys like Nick, right,
Mhm.
or whatever, they're
Yeah.
always going to be like, we need to see more. We need to
Oh
see.
no, yeah, without a doubt. I do think like cement in many people's eyes that he's like a top quarterback, but I do still think definitely people out there that would be like, oh, he's just a game manager. It's all the talent he has around him.
Yeah.
But look at Mahomes, like without the talent he had before, he's like not doing that good anymore.
No.
That's like he needs help, and so every quarterback needs help. And like Lamar didn't have any wide receivers the first few years of his career, and then now he does, and they're like the first seed, and it's like
Yeah.
good for them.
What was your score again?
35-32.
35
Yeah.
to 32. That's a weird ass score, Sheridan.
Yeah, I know. I think it's gonna be high scoring. So yeah.
35-32, baby.
Hmm.
Gonna come down to a freaking Jake Moody field goal.
Yeah, to win it, dude. And then that would be the craziest way for the game to end. It's tied 32-32. Brock leads him down to the 35-yard line. Jake Moody hits a 50-yarder to win it. That'd be insane, dude.
Why
That would
can't
be
things just be easy? Why can't we just blow their ass out, dude?
I think we could easily blow out the NFC opponents.
Yeah. The Bucks? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, Baker Mayfield's gonna be scared from Nick Bosa chasing after him. Nick and Chase Young will be hunting him down.
Yeah.
And the Lions, I think we could blow the Lions out. But
Dude, I absolutely love this bracket, honestly.
yeah, no, I
I
think it's a
love that
pretty good.
Lions, Cowboys. That's gonna do 50,000 100 million views, bro.
Yeah.
Like that could honestly be the Lions, Cowboys could honestly rate higher than the Niners, Bucks, without a
Oh,
doubt.
without a doubt, dude. That's gonna be actually like a cool game to see. I think the Bucks and Niners could be a kind of.
Dude, Goodell's gonna be absolutely losing his marbles if the Cowboys Lions happens. That's massive. Especially in
Yeah.
the first round, you already have a built-in one with the Lions, Rams. What's the odds of that happening, dude?
Yeah, no, there's a bunch of good wild card games like the Lions, Rams, with the two Goff and Stafford, and then the history with the Cowboys and Packers, like the whole did he catch it stuff, and also Dak losing his first game to the Bucks or the Packers. I think that's a very cool game to see.
I just
At,
love the unknowingness of it all.
mhm. I just
Anybody
I
can
just
win.
I just think the easiest choice has to be Ravens versus Browns at some point throughout the playoffs, whether it's the NFC Championship game or works out in the divisional round that they play each other.
Yeah,
I think it has to happen.
I like it.
Yeah.
I think yours is a great. This is the traditional like. This is how it should be.
Mhm.
I'm gonna
Awesome.
shake it up. We'll shake it
Uh,
up here.
okay, all underdogs every single game.
All right,
So,
bruh.
bro. Okay, let's see it.
Let's go AFC side. All right.
Uh-huh.
I need input on this. We'll do this one as a collaborative effort to like, and then,
Okay.
dude, when I'm thinking about it, bro, Sheridan,
It can't be the
no
Steelers.
way, bro, not a
It,
chance.
there's 0%
Zero chance
chance.
the Steelers beat Buffalo.
Yes.
You think
Yeah. Dude,
with Josh Allen on any
Mason
given day
Rudolph.
throwing 3 picks,
But you think Mason Rudolph is gonna lead them to a win in the
dude?
playoffs?
All I'm saying
And
is
no
they're
TJ
here,
Watt.
dude.
And no TJ Watt.
Yeah, I know, but is weather going to be a factor? Think not.
But it'll be at the Bills' home field, dude. Like, what do you mean?
Exactly. This is a team that doesn't care about a factor like that, such as Miami or something like that, or Houston. Like this is an AFC North squad going to AFC East. Like these are hard nosed. This is a Mike Tomlin coach football team, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but okay. I'll be a realist here, and I'll say the Bills squeak out a 16-13 game.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's gonna be a
Dude,
blowout,
if
but
you're looking at this, like the Bills, like they're great. I had faith that they'd make the playoffs, but the fact that like they were on the brink of not even making the playoffs,
mm-hmm.
I think it's dicey. But I can see a world in which the Steelers, there's weirder things that have happened, Sheridan.
No, that's for sure. That's very true. But yeah.
I'm gonna say Patricia finds a way.
Uh-huh.
I think Patricia Mahomes finds a way,
Yeah.
and he'll be going to
Mm.
Buffalo and getting that dub.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't really have much faith in my Chiefs Dolphins pick, but my that bracket. So I think I could go either way with that game.
Let's. Everybody wants it, dude. Everybody wants it.
Mm-hmm. But it's not gonna happen, is it?
But it's not gonna happen because D'Amico Ryans has taken this team and he's
Yeah.
going to win multiple Super Bowls at some point with his
Yeah.
boy
Yeah.
CJ. Stroud, who pronounces Michael Penix, Michael Penix.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
The funny thing in this whole bracket this year, it's like there's no game in the wild card round that's like a surefire.
No,
Like the closest one I feel like is the Bills and Steelers, but then also you can see the Bills is like, you know, melt down. It's like,
the Bills weren't doing anything versus the Dolphins until that punt return.
yeah,
Bailed
and then
them out.
they could easily just melt down, and then it's like, well,
Bro, their
you
one
know,
touchdown was a tip pass that a guy had a toe tap in the
yeah,
back of the
smack off
end
the
zone.
dude's helmet. That was funny.
Crazy.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Going over to the wild card side. I think it's the Bucks haven't could definitely win. But
Mm-hmm.
I think that it's just inevitable that the Philadelphia Eagles
Uh-huh.
win. So I'll make a copy of them now. We don't know what's going to happen yet, though. All right, then we've got
Mm-hmm.
the Rams and the Lions.
Yeah. Okay.
Matthew Stafford is going in there and he's asserting his dominance over
Okay.
Motown. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Mike McCarthy's going against his former team.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Jordan Love is the upset man of the playoffs. We always see this happening. Like
Uh-huh.
with like the Vikings, didn't they beat the Saints one year or something weird
Yeah.
like that or whatever?
Yeah, they
Like
did.
I think this is what's gonna happen. I think that the Green Bay Packers, we're gonna get a Matt LaFleur versus San Francisco 49er matchup, which is more than ideal.
For like
Like
the fifth time in a row. Yeah.
this is more than ideal. And then we have a absolutely brutal Rams versus Eagles.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like this case the Rams will smoke the Eagles probably.
Dude, isn't it crazy how we have a Matt LaFleur tree all in the divisional round pretty much besides Nick Sirianni?
Uh-huh.
Like this would be
You mean it's
crazy to
a
me.
Kyle Shanahan tree right here, dude.
Exactly. And then we got like D'Amico over there. They're
Yeah.
everywhere. They're everywhere, bro. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
going back to the divisional round of the AFC, we have the one seed Ravens going against the four seed Titans.
The four seed Texans.
Texans. Will Levis, rookie of the year, baby.
Uh-huh.
I think. Who is your rookie of the year, by the way?
A rookie of the year? I think it has to be CJ
Puka.
Stroud probably. Or Puka Nakua.
Okay. So yeah, CJ Stroud right on cue.
Yeah.
Dude, what if they trotted in there and caught the Ravens napping?
That'd be insane. It hardly happened one time when the Ravens were the number one seed. The Titans came in and like smoked them.
You see, I don't know what to think about the Texans because sometimes they'll drop a 35 piece and then sometimes they'll score like 9 points.
I know. Sometimes CJ Stroud is dotting people up and it's like easy for them. But yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna just for the sake of God, like
Uh-huh.
I need this to happen. I would love to not play the Ravens again.
No, I would too.
I would absolutely adore not playing the Ravens again. So we have the Texans going in to Baltimore and
Hmm.
upsetting them. Then obviously Patrick Mahomes, no matter what happens, dude,
Yeah.
homie owns.
Finds a way.
He finds an absolute way. He wills his team to victory. So we have the Texans and the Chiefs in the AFC conference title. Then we have the San Francisco 49ers dropping 75 points on the Green Bay Packers.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. I
Brock
like that.
Purdy. The only thing that concerns me is like if we're like looking at it, the
Hmm.
familiarity of coaches is the one thing that kind of sucks a little bit, you know?
Hmm.
Just because like it always scares me when a
Hmm.
LaFleur or McVay plays because they're like, I know how Kyle wants to go about this.
Hmm.
And so even though if the rosters might not be as equal, I don't know. I think the
Hmm.
Packers could make it close for a little bit, but at the end of the day, Jay Love's going to throw some picks to Fred Warner or something like that. And
Hmm.
our secondary is going to end up winning that game for us. And Debo's going to be Debo. I think that we're going
Hmm.
to have pretty easy game there against Green Bay.
Okay.
Eagles, Rams. I could see
Yeah,
like a shootout here.
that could be true. But is AJ Brown out for the season though?
That will be a game changer.
Because if he is, then it's like you're done, dude. Like,
Is he?
oh, they said that he's hopeful to have him back for the Tampa
Okay.
game, but
So
I don't
AJ
know.
Brown, he should be healthy. With that in mind, we are picking the Eagles to come to Santa Clara
Mm,
and make things right. Okay, dude. Okay,
mhm.
this would scare me, bro.
Oh yeah, Eagles
This would kind of
Niners.
scare me
Yeah,
just
that'd be
because of
bad.
how we beat them the first time. But we'll go
Mm.
back into the AFC side. We have the Texans and Chiefs, dude. The Texans, they have they have what it takes to beat the Chiefs, no doubt in my mind. Anybody can beat the Chiefs. But like I said, who do the Chiefs have, Sheridan?
Yeah, Patty
They have
Mahomes,
number 15 on their team.
Patricia.
And I think that it's only right that we go against the man that crushed our dreams back in 2019 at Hard Rock Stadium.
Yeah, okay,
We have the Kansas City Chiefs getting past the Texans via last second something, last second magic. That'll be like a 27-24 kind of game, bro.
okay.
Then, oh boy, how I would love to just crush the Eagles' dreams here.
Hmm.
I could feel maybe like a 31-23 kind of game. A little closer,
Okay,
but it's more like we had 31 and they had 16 and they scored at the end to make it a little bit
okay.
tighter or something. I think that we handle the Eagles with relative
Mm,
ease at home.
okay.
Dude, and then we get to the main juice. Las
Uh,
Vegas, Super Bowl 58, Raider Stadium.
okay.
I think that the bad luck that Patrick has against the Raiders for some weird reason is going to rub off in this game. And I think that Brock Purdy absolutely dismantles the Kansas City Chiefs and we win 38-20.
30 to
Dude,
20. I like that score.
and we absolutely shred my arch rival, my arch nemesis, and we get that sixth. Oh my God. We get that sixth Lombardi trophy back
Uh,
into the Bay, and Brock
okay.
Purdy solidifies himself as an NFL Hall of Famer,
Uh-huh.
given the fact that he was taken last overall in the 2022 draft.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So this is my bracket. I think it's a little bit more dicey than Sheridan's. Sheridan's looks clean and crisp. A lot of high viewership numbers on
Uh-huh.
Sheridan's bracket, but bro, I would love to see a new team like the Texans get in there,
Yeah, that'd be
get the
cool.
job done.
Yeah,
And it would be
yeah.
fun too for the Texans to beat Deshaun Watson, have him sitting on the sideline, you know?
Hmm.
That
That'd
would
be
be fun.
funny. That'd be good.
All I care about at the end of the day is that our boys get to the end. And
Hmm.
playing the Packers and the Eagles seems like a freaking easy way to get there.
Yeah, that's true. It does seem
Eagles are
not
a
that bad.
shell of themselves, and the Packers. One
Hmm.
thing that I did want to talk about, Darsh, is like what Packers team's going to show up because the couple games I watched, dude, their pass rush was really crazy.
Hmm.
But then as of late, I feel like they're not that crazy of a team. So I don't know what to think, but it'd be so nice to play the Packers.
Hmm.
NFL would be kicking themselves though if the Cowboys get bounced in the first round.
Yeah, that'd be nuts.
Bounced.
Bounced. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Who's your like sleeper the MVP for the Niners? Somebody that hasn't really done much for us this year that is gonna kind of absolute
For
kill
the
us,
like Super Bowl,
or just like throughout the postseason.
not the postseason. Somebody that hasn't come in. That's a good question. Huh.
This is Sheridan's again for reference.
Hmm.
This is looking good, very
Huh.
good. Helen's gonna fail
This is
after like the
tough.
first couple wild card games.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Diamadol and Or
That's a good
gets
one, bro.
gets some crazy defensive turnovers and picks or fumbles, or whatever. He did some crazy things on defense
He
because
always seems to get opportunistic turnovers, bro.
if you think about it, he's had a bunch of games where like either he's picked the ball off and it's got penalized and he like doesn't count, or he's like had balls that are dropped that are, like right in his hands.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if he just like if things go the other way, he could easily just like had like 4 or 5 more picks. So yeah, I think he could definitely be a sleeper candidate for the MVP if he just like has some crazy plays. But so I think like yeah, like Fred and Dre. I mean Dre could maybe too, but I mean like Fred's like obvious, and like Nick Bosa, they're all very obvious candidates for being an MVP. I don't know, maybe like Brandon Ayuk on the offensive side if he has like takes over a couple games.
Who's your special teams MVP?
Wait, Mitch Wishnowsky gets a
Yeah,
nice little
that dude absolutely pins it back.
yeah, or he gets does a little fake again. He's a nice little 30-yarder.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
My
special teams MVP for the other team would be Ronnie Bell catching some punts, dude.
Dude,
That
on Haberman and Middlecroft, they like, as somebody said, does he give you Kyle Williams vibes? I was like, bro, that's literally what I said. But like,
mhm,
I think that Kyle Williams is better than, I mean, that Ronnie has more talent than Kyle Williams,
mhm,
just because like that touchdown he had was pretty sweet. Like he wrapped
yeah,
around the defender and caught that ball. Like I
yeah, that
think
was a
that
good
he's
catch.
got a good upside, but
Yeah,
yeah,
he's definitely better as like a receiver, I think, than
yeah.
Kyle Williams ever was. So
Ray Ray's a joy to have back.
yeah, but he doesn't like get that far. He seems to like fall over a bunch. I don't get that.
No, I'm just talking about securing
Oh
punts.
no, securing the ball, he's definitely much better than Ronnie. But like when
Yeah.
he's returning, it seems like he catches it and he like gets like 5 yards and slips, and it's like, wow, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My Niner MVP, Chase Young.
That could be he could turn it on
I
finally and
think
get a bunch of
that boy's
sacks.
gonna turn it on and become a monster because we need him to be a monster. We need to get to
Yeah.
every single quarterback that we're facing. None of them can feel comfortable because I do not want to watch a freaking random quarterback do a Kirk Cousins masterclass on us in the
hmm
playoffs. Like that would
Yeah.
just be so annoying. And but
hmm
like I think that the biggest thing, like you said, is we got to get picks because if we end
hmm
up playing a team like the Rams, Matthew Stafford's playing some of the best football of his entire life with two really good wide receivers, bro, and a really
hmm
good running back. And the only way that it seems like we're going to be able to get them off the field, because I can't see us consistently getting them off the field on third down. For some reason, teams just absolutely torch us on third down. So we're going to have to get picks that just swing the momentum of the game. That's what we did the first time we played them.
hmm Yeah, that's very
So,
true.
yes, sir, this is it.
This is it.
And I swear to God, if the Packers upset the Cowboys, I'm going to be a very happy man, bro.
Yeah, that'll be funny.
Who are you
That'll be-
cheering for most?
this plan, I want. I don't know. It's tough because I really want to see
Like this opening weekend.
The Browns and the Texans both win their game. I think it'd be both really cool if one of them did, but they're playing each other, so that's kind of tough to do. So I don't know. I think I'll be happy with either choice, but I do kind of want to see the Browns play the Ravens at some
I
point.
agree.
That's kind of one of my main things. I do want to see the Eagles get bounced first rounds. Maybe the Bucks on the NFC side.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I can't tell whether I want like the Dolphins to do really well or not, though.
yeah.
Like I want the
I think
Dolphins to do
the
good.
Niners could easily smoke the Dolphins just because
Yeah.
Tua, like we saw, Tua got like scared and couldn't handle the Niners pass rush. It was honestly a worse pass rush last year than it is now. All
Yeah.
the talent they have. So yeah.
All right, man.
All
Well,
right,
we did it.
we
We
did
made
it.
it here, and thank God we're the one seed because
Hmm
if we weren't, that road looks a little bit more dicey.
Yeah. Yeah.
We did it with 90 seconds remaining. Let's go. All right.
Perfect. All right.
Bye.
Bye. See you, Kellen.